What's going on, everybody? Dogman Dan here. This time we are going to have a look at Banshee, which I was playing for a little while. You guys saw me set stuff up. I finally got it the way I like it. And my main focus on her is actually going to be the sonar and silence in terms of the build. Soundquake is great, but it's not very strong on mine, but I'm not worried about it. I've got enough efficiency to cover it that I could keep it running for a while, would keep the enemies off. Obviously, if you're playing with other frames like a Limbo, you could have tons and tons of energy to keep flowing and doing that. Sonic Boom works great in real rough situations, enough to knock them down, incapacitate them, and then do what you need to do. But the focus here for me is on sonar and silence. So duration and range is a big thing here for me. Alright, so let's first look at this though. I want to... there's my colors, in case anyone's wondering. But what we're doing is I've got the Arcane Cores helmet on, so this helmet is worn by Banshee and adds power efficiency. With the reduction of stamina, I can take the stamina over. I can deal with the loss of stamina to keep the better efficiency, which allows me to change the build up a little bit, so I don't necessarily have to run both Streamline and Fleeting Expertise. And I only need to run a 40% here, because I'm getting like 15% from the helmet, so that kind of just gives me a nice decent efficiency for what I'm doing. But Energy Siphon is a must for me on here. If I were to put more Forma in, I would do it so that way I could basically start by getting the Rapid Resilience up. But what we're doing here, like I said, is we're focusing on, we've got a regular flow, which could go to a prime flow if you want to. But we got a nice decent power pool in here at 450, so no big concern. But in terms of duration, so I got Prime Continuity and Constitution right now. That's a 78% duration if I ever get this maxed up. It's the last level, that's a little bit more, no biggie here. But this gives me about 40 seconds on the silence in that terms. And then it also gives me... it gives me about 35 seconds on silence, 40 seconds on sonar right now, which is perfect for the setup. And we're going to have some intensify, just a little intensify. We're just keeping it real simple on here. Vitality only, and stretch. We want as much range as we can get, so I went with a stretch. No negative effects here, keeping it real, plain, and simple, working it as it is. So I don't need to worry so much about shield. I just need the vitality for her health. I'm going to cover myself because I've got this 40-second duration on the sonar and the silence at 35 seconds. Like I said, stretching. I'm covering the room. I've got some power here, some power strength for when I go to utilize the other two abilities. But that's it. I mean, essentially we're keeping it real simple, and she works really, really well with so many different things you can do. Her melee, of course, you got the critical multipliers that come in. I don't have any other builds set up for her at this time. I could go ahead and put something special together in terms of, let's say, a straight melee if I wanted to, but I don't think with her I would really want to. I think with her I'm happy with being able to utilize those two abilities and take into effect basically the advantages right here. And that's about it. So if you have any comments or questions on this particular setup, please let me know. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Otherwise, I'll catch you guys in the next episodes. We'll see you soon.